Hi everyone, and again I would like to thank each of you for being a part of the Faculty Promotion Committee for 2016-2017. I really do appreciate your support and help throughout this whole process, especially since the majority of you have significantly much more experience at this than I do. I've only been through the process twice, but I've never been on your side of things on the committee. Anyway, I want to go over briefly what I wanted to talk about with you guys. We have here a faculty promotions timeline for 2016-27, and I also want to talk about our trainings and things like that as well. Let me get this stuff out of the way. Anyway, first off, Gateway submissions for everything due to Gateway is by February 1st of 2017. Hey everybody, I want to say thank you right off the bat. Number one, for listening to this video. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this will help us time-wise since our schedules are so conflicting we can't seem to find a mutual time for us to meet. Additionally, I also want to say thank you to each of you for being on the committee. I'm a newbie to the other side of promotion, this committee where it's reviewing the binders. So I am definitely looking forward to having each of you help guide me through this whole process and everything. Anyway, with that said, let's go ahead and get to it so that I don't take up too much of your time. I have been working with Terry and the Office of Academic Affairs to put together a formal timeline. The binder due dates to Gateway submission is February 1st, so they want all binders submitted by February 1st. The faculty will then have a little bit of time so that we must resubmit everything down to go to KCTCS to the college, meaning the final draft of all of those binders by March 1st of 2017. Additionally, I have taken the time to put together some trainings. I have here Fridays for these trainings. Please do not think that we are married to those dates. I have sent out a doodle to all of those that are up for promotion this year, and I am finding the best common time during that week of Friday, October 7th. Right now it actually looks like it'll probably be on Monday. But anyway, training number one, I am going to give each faculty member a promotion binder overview conversation. I got Terry to allow us to purchase the binders, so I personally will be making all of their tabs and their cover page and putting it into their binders for them and handing it out to them when we do this component of training number one. Also, I'm going to go over section 2, 3, also the performance agreements, performance effectiveness, and the letters of recommendation during this first training of what the expectations are for those. Training number 2 will be at the end of October, sometime during the week of Friday, October 28th. And training 2 will look at our philosophy, the individual instruction, and guidance and advising for the faculty members. Finally, training number 3, which will be in November, is going to look specifically at internal service, external service, professional development, and educational leadership. I've then established workshop dates for December 12th, 13th, and 14th. This is after the semester has ended, but before we are officially released for the December break or winter break between the semesters. Also looking at the Fridays possibly of January 6th, 13th, and 20th when we first come back. So there'll be at least 6 workshops. What each of these is doing for these trainings, I have been working with the systems office to see what samples of exceptional binders look like, as well as binders that you guys have already reviewed here at Gateway in the past that have been approved for and recommended for promotion. And I am creating an actual template that will be in a Microsoft Word document that gives a sample philosophy, instruction, how the letters of recommendation, transcripts, like all of the information that's throughout here. So it'll be in a nice template Microsoft Word document That kind of gives a bit of direction for what should be in each of these. Most importantly, it'll show how to do the index so that it's the most efficient for each of the individual sections within the binder. What I'm hoping to have happen is during these training sessions to thoroughly go through it, be able to explain to them what is expected for each of those particular sections, so that when it comes time for the workshops, the faculty can just finish compiling and putting together their binders. What I would like to have happen, I know you might not be able to attend these 3 trainings, and I'm not expecting you to necessarily attend them, but I am wanting you to attend at least one of these workshops, more if you can do it, because if there's only 2 of us in there, it's going to make it harder. But if you can attend these workshops, then what I'm hoping is we'll be able to deal with all the little nuances, like a paper isn't 3-hole punch the right way, it's not put into the binder properly, etc., etc. So we can deal with all of those issues up front while the faculty member is actually taking the time to compile it. It's also dedicated time for you to work with your mentees during this process. My goal is so that when we collect them on Friday or on Wednesday, February 1st, that we can then more quickly go through each of the binders for the 14 members that are up for promotion. And instead of looking at these binders to make sure they're technically sound, maybe spending more of that time looking at what they're saying to give them meaningful feedback to make modifications and changes. Anyway, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at doing 3 structured training sessions, breaking down the binder into 3 manageable chunks, and then having workshops where the mentors are there, as well as myself, to be able to work with the faculty to get this done and to take care of things. There is a wonderful classroom up on the 4th floor here at the Thai building that has workspace and computers in the room simultaneously that we could possibly use in December that would allow everybody to work more efficiently, because the copy machine that it would print to is right outside the door for them. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Again, I will look for your support to be there at the workshops. If you can attend and be a participant of the trainings, that would be fantastic to be able to offer your insight and expectations on things as well. And also please know that I will be sending out the template that I create here in the next week or so that you can review it and get back to me any feedback that you might have on how we could improve it and make it even more efficient and better for future, for our faculty that are going through it for this year. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I'll stop rambling and taking up your time. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.